morning, afternoon. I don't know where y'all are, but good morning, good morning. Hey Lisa, hey y'all, morning. Hey Teapot, listen, Teapot, before I even get started, girl, I owe you an apology. Thank you that you're snappier than I am. I totally forgot to tell you I scheduled the live for this morning, so thank you for being here. See, this is what I mean, y'all. If I didn't have people behind me that were more on the ball than I am, I don't know where I'd be. I'd be living in the woods somewhere with the bears or something. So many thanks to Teapot for all she does. Yay, give her a round of applause. And thank you to Amy Pittman. She also keeps me straight. She's already over here this morning helping us sister out. So anyway, guess what? I have to tell y'all, thank you, MaWeb. I appreciate that a lot. I have to tell you, I had my second cataract surgery yesterday, and if I could buy cataract surgery for everybody for like Christmas, Yule, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, your birthdays, I would buy cataract. I'd be like Oprah. Remember the episode where she put that thing under the table where she bought, what did she buy? She bought a car for everybody. I would have little things under your seats that bought cataract surgery for you. So anyway, I got to tell you something. Dig this. I got 20/20 vision in both eyes. 20/20 vision. It's crazy. It's like, I don't even know. It's a whole new world because I can see. I'm all over the place with my tone, but I don't even care because I can see. So there you go. It is, I don't even know. I am just going to be singing that for, I don't even know how long, because you don't know how bad your vision is until you have cataract surgery and you're like, dope. Anyway, so, I am going to I know, I can see clearly now, the cataracts are gone. Yeah, right, Lisa. So, exactly. I've been singing them all. So, yeah, so I'm very excited. I only have to wear glasses now to be able to see the computer in little print, but yeah, it's crazy. And dig this, you guys, because I know, I had a whole bunch of people. Hey, that's cool, Itzia. How do you get that neato font on your chat? That's neat. I don't know if you guys know this, but once you get cataract surgery, barring anything else happening to your eyes, your vision stays this way for like the rest of your days. So, yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, all right, well, we are going to get started, and I'm getting very much closer to being able to announce some super cool stuff. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And, tonight's your first live. Who's doing, little C, big C, you're doing a live demonstration like on Facebook or something? Where are you doing your live? Fonts apps for iPhone. Hey, thanks, Itzia. I'll download that. That'll be awesome. So, serious business. So much thank you to Teapot. Teapot, I just apologize. I don't even know what I was thinking. I wasn't clearly. And 35 people in person. What? That's so cool. Everybody, you guys send little C, big C. That's awesome. Your live demonstration. That is fantastic to you. That is cool. Man, you're going to kill it. I just know. Karma Castle. There's a place called Karma Castle. That's so awesome. I want to come there. Oh, stop it. Stop. Are you crazy, little C, big C? You better take that back right now. You're not scared. You ain't scared of Nan. That's number one. Number two, okay, what's your power animal? See, that'll solve it all right there. Of course she can. You know why? Because it's not her. It's everything. It's all of everything out there that wants her to do this work. You know, it's interesting. I just had that conversation with Frank last week. I think I shared it with you guys. He said something, and I was like, see, that's because you're in your ego. And, you know, you got to trust that spirit is behind you. You've got to trust that this is behind you, blah, blah, blah. And if you don't trust that, there is no, thank you, Pearl. There is no reason for you to do this because you're never going to get clear messages. So just relax. Spirit's got you, little C, big C, and start putting things out there like, I'm scared. Don't do that. Don't claim that. You are not. Oh, cool. Karma Castle's where I go for development. That is so cool. I love it. All right. Awesome. So, all right. So here is how it'll work for today. First of all, many thanks to all of my longtime subscribers. You guys know you're my heart. You know you are. And for you new folks that are showing up, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you will love the free content that I produce here, or even just the content I produce here. And you will subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little ringy-dingy bell thingy so you get all the alerts and notifications. And you will give a thumbs up, a like to this video so that the search engines will love me as much as you all do, which I hope is at least a little bit. So That's how it's happening. And today, listen, I'm all up to answer any kind of questions today. They can be about anything. Oh, thank you, Whispers. I sure do appreciate that. I'm glad to have you. And so, thank you, Keith. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, for those of you that are just joining me, let me tell you how it does not work. I do not answer yes or no questions. They are not helpful to you in any way, because there's a lot more that goes into an answer to something, especially if it's deeply important to you, than yes or no. Just way too much. And energy can change. I might tell you yes today, but what if it's no today, but with X, Y, and Z, it can be turned around to be yes if that's what you want. And it goes vice versa. So I don't answer yes or no questions. When people want me to tell them a time, a date, that kind of thing, I don't do that. I always recommend that people go to a really good astrologer for that, because no psychic, no matter how tapped in they are, can be 100% accurate 100% of the time. Sorry, it just doesn't work. And if somebody's telling you that they are, that's a lie. So I always, I know, a banner across the bottom, no yes or no questions. That's very funny, and that is awesome. Okay, so, oh, thank you, Dylan. Yes, I'm doing fabulous. So, so start with the questions. I'm going to answer questions. I am going to pull cards, but I am so super, I am super psychic. Super psychic this morning. Like, as you might imagine, the energy's like zzz, 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 all up in my stuff. So, okay. Ooh, Tyrion, what do I need to be doing to fulfill your soul contract? Ooh, that's a really great question. Hold on, I will ponder that, and I will ponder that with my animals. Tyrion, is there some reason that I am singing, Tyrion, is there some reason I'm seeing a tiger face, like right in my face? And here, now, in fairness to you, let me just tell you, I have a tiger on my desk. It's one of my mugs. But this tiger is on my desk at all times. And I started to step into your energy, Tyrion, and I literally heard the tiger go, and you're a tiger? What does that mean, you're a tiger? No. What does that mean? Remember what? Have we had this conversation already? Oh, yes, you can. Did we have this conversation? If we did, I don't want to seem like I'm repeating myself, but if we did, oh, that's right. You told me that last week. Okay, let me just tell you this though. However, that is not what's happening up in here. Amy, can you please keep track of the questions? They're coming in now. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm sure in the back of my mind, I remember that in my conscious forward. I love everybody, but I don't keep all of their spirit totem power animals and everything they say in my head. I just can't do that. It's not humanly possible, and my brain capacity is not nearly large enough for that, as you all well know. So, but here, let me tell you what happened. I heard the and I turned around, and I don't know that I've ever seen that tiger on that mug look so truly alive. Like I almost reached out and gave it a pet, right, on the top of its head. So there's something, Tyrion, about the... Okay, so that's interesting. Oh, it's your totem. You're for sure it's your totem. Okay, so here's the story with that. If you're sure that it's your totem, then what you need to do to move forward with you fulfilling your soul contract is to actually be more tiger-like. And I'm seeing that more in a way that's more aggressive, but not aggressive in a bad way, right? Like not like mean, but I just am picking up that maybe you are not the most forward person in the world. Sorry for the noise, y'all. Jeremy the handyman, he's at it again today, doing whatever he wants on a daily basis. Right now, he appears to be using the blower doing something. So if you hear all the noise in the background, I can't help it. I've lost control of my own handyman. Hey, good morning, Rita. I thank you. I feel great. And thank you for the kind wishes. Oh, I'm sorry I can't stay on for today, but okay. So, let me go back to this, Tyrion. So I just feel like energetically, you may not be the most like I don't want to say brash in a negative way, but like the person that's going to step up into a position of leadership or like take control of a crowd or a situation or be center stage, that kind of thing. And Tiger is asking you to do that, right? So, Tiger is asking you to do that. That said, I also see, are you moving, Tyrion? Like, even if you're not currently, thank you, Teapot, very much for putting that in there. Is there, Tyrion, are you considering a move? Like, hey, Quan, what's up? Dude, I'm going to email you today. It's time to talk about some serious stuff in my chart to teach metaphysics. Oh, okay. If that's the position of leadership, there you go. Okay. So, I feel like you're gonna. Oh, there you go. Searching for apartments with my woman. Excellent. Okay, so the move that I was just feeling. Here's what's got to happen with that. It's going to go very, very well. You're just going to find the most fabulous place. However, what I'm being told is you've got to look beyond the obvious. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but look beyond the obvious. It's almost like you've got to backwards engineer it, meaning where do you want to choose to live, right? So don't just go with what a realtor tells you, or don't just go with what you see. I don't know where you live, but like if you see it on Craigslist or realtor.com or Zillow or something like that, look beyond the obvious. Like go find the place that you want to live or the area you want to live in. Is It's almost like you'll manifest, or where the place is already waiting for you that may not be obvious. I hope that's helpful. The other thing I keep seeing is it's in a grand place. It's in a grand place, a place with style. The building has pizzazz. It may be even like an older apartment building, sometimes like what you would find in a larger city or an older city, or a place that has like older apartments where the fascia of the building is still that really beautiful architecture, but the inside has been remodeled. And so that's what it looks like. I don't think that you'll be in like a I don't think I don't think you'll be in just a regular old apartment where the outside of the building just is like plain old modern boring. It's just a big, there you go. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome. I think it's me you're saying you feel connected to, by the way, Tyrion, unless you're talking to somebody else. But anyway, so that's awesome. I appreciate that. Okay. So I hope that's helpful. I'm gonna move on to the next question. Rutro. Lord. Okay, Karma classes was after that, or Karma Castle. Karma Castle's just a I mean it, little C, big C. The best thing I need to see from you is you better be putting up something that's positive. Like, I can't wait. Spirits just already told me I'm going to be able to get the most helpful things for people, and I can't wait to help people, and this is going to be so wonderful. Girl, I better see stuff like that from you on my feed. Okay. La 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 la. Looking for questions. Sorry, y'all. I am trying to. Okay, there we go. So the next question is. Okay, Keith Fletcher, are you still on here? Yes, I will pull a card for you because I know what you mean. Normally, I don't do random things like that. Okay, Keith Fletcher. Listen, you. That's the Hotzen. That's the Lover's card, and that's inverted. And here's what I'm going to tell you about that, because I just said I know what you're asking. And there we have it. The Lover's card came out. Turn this card around. Nobody likes it when a bird is standing on their head, right? Okay. So whatever you're discouraged about that has to do with lovers, and let me just say, the Lover's card in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. Oh, and for those of you just joining me, I read from my own award-winning, history-making deck, the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. And of course, I don't have a box sitting with me because I'm terrible at my own marketing. But I got to stop saying that too, because I got to get better at that. But it's all of the animal goodness, and it is with the tarot, the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot meanings, and the readings that you can give with this deck are truly, truly consistently, I hear from people, they're the most evidential, the most accurate readings they've ever given with any tarot, anything. So there you go. And ask Quan. Quan reads with my deck. And by the way, you guys will see Quan Tracy on here. He said something earlier. You guys want an astrologer that's no joke? I go to Quan for my readings. Quan is no joke with his astrology. And he's got this crazy thing he's done where he has married the animals with something in astrology. It's brilliant. It is just brilliant. I'm going to have him on as a guest whenever he decides to get around to it. You hear me, Quan? You hear me, Quan? So we're going to talk about his astrology and how he relates all the animal goodness with astrology, the whole nine. So anyway, so here's the story, Keith. So this card can be romantic, and it can be about romance, but it can also really be about any divine relationship. And what that means is whatever is happening with you where you're doubting relationship, or you're not in track with divine relationship. So for instance, what I do for a living is, it's funny because when I say to people, well, I'm a philanthropist for a living, they're like, what? And I'm like, yes, I'm a philanthropist, and my specific lane is supporting anything that works to eradicate cruelty to animals. Not, fights against it, but they're working to eradicate it, to just get rid of it. And that is all animals, humans included. So the work that I do with all the readings and the products and all of that kind of thing, those are the tools that I use to support what I do for my soul contract for my work, which is philanthropy in the animal lane. It's just that simple. So if you're not in divine alignment with whatever your soul contract is, you're never ever going to feel completely fulfilled. You're just not. And so, you might feel okay, but are you fulfilled? Like, are you joyous every day? Literally almost every day, unless I'm just like, I can't take it today, which is it's like once a year. I can't wait to get out of bed in the morning and do what I do. And I'm not saying I'll have to be like me and it's not all about me. But over the years, I just have observed the most miraculous changes in people when they just stop doing what they don't want to do, what they know they're not called to do, and they get with the program, right? So Keith, this morning I would have to say for you that your mantra is get with the program. Whatever your program is, get with it, because you ain't with it right now. So I hope that's helpful. And by the way, you can look up everything that there is to look up about Hoatzin birds, but there's so little out there on them because most people have never ever heard of them. And they're only called birds because of what they look like. But when you break down their DNA and what a bird traditionally is, they're not even really birds. There's no classification for them. So one of the reasons that Hoatzin wanted to be the lover's card is there really any way of truly explaining love of any kind? Like, it's just, how do you explain it? I don't know. I heard once, I don't know that this is true, but I heard once that the Japanese think so much of true love, like any kind of love, parental love, you know what I'm saying, that it's so big that they don't even have a word in their language for love. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard once upon a time, and I never looked up whether it was true or not because I really would like to believe it. So I currently believe it, but I don't know that it's true. So it's something like that for you right now, Keith. I don't know what the story is, but it's no bueno, dude. So there you have it. Okay, I hope that's helpful. All right, so moving on. Lightfoot. I see that name and all I can hear in my mind are Gordon Lightfoot songs. All right, Lightfoot, welcome. I don't recognize your name, but welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm not doing mediumship today, Taylor. Marsha Taylor, sorry, no mediumship today. I can't go there today. And I will tell you why. It wouldn't be fair for you guys. I got a little bit of a headache and a little bit of strain behind my right eye, and I don't do mediumship unless I am 100% clear. So, and that is for y'all, not me. So hopefully, oh, Angel. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you, Lightfoot. When I take a look at Giraffe, right, is the Eight of Pentacles. So in the let me pull this up and share my screen with you guys. I forgot to do that already this morning. I'm so like crazy excited about everything that's going on. It's nuts. Frank Palmer and his angels, man. I don't know. I think he's got a pipeline to those angels like I got a pipeline to animals. But we all do. We just got to be willing to step into it. I keep trying to tell everybody there's nothing special about me. I'm just willing to suspend my disbelief. Uh Pentacles, right. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I want you guys to see something in relation to the giraffe because actually when you know what, Lightfoot, thank you for asking this question because I'm feeling like so when I see here y'all, when I see in my psychic mind, when I see one giant door open and all this light come through it, I know that the reading is for a lot of people. I mean, most readings, you may come here and I may not call on your name, but that doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't have the same question you do. They very well may. And in that, take with you what resonates with you. The words, the specific words, the specific examples, that may be the answer that you came to hear or that you needed to hear, um, whether your name is called or not. But I just feel like this is for a bunch of people. So let me hold on, let me share my screen with you. Okay, so there we go. So from my own website, buildingbeautifulsouls.com, and for those of you that are new, I am the editor and creator and publisher of two of the three or four largest metaphysical portals on the internet, buildingbeautifulsouls.com and whatismyspiritanimal.com. And there's thousands of pages of free information on there. So one of the reasons, if you take a look at the giraffe card and then you take a look at the coloring and the uh just the set of the, you know, the giraffe's neck and everything, you'll see why giraffe wanted to be the Eight of Pentacles. I mean, look how close it is to it, right? It echoes that tarot card and that tarot archetype, but it also, when you take a look at the giraffe, well, when you see this card, it's about apprenticeship and quality craftsmanship and perfection. um Giraffes are able to see the big picture and everything they do is elevated because they're so tall, right? They're already so close to divinity, being closer to divine messages, being able to download them. And when you take a look at their spots, right, they're very pentacle looking. So Lightfoot, you are very much on your right path. However, um, oh, and let me just say this for those of you that are new to my channel. uh, I have a commitment that I've made, a pact that I've made with spirit, in that I absolutely do not censor what's coming through to me. I do not. I ask that spirit always deliver messages that might be a little tough to hear, a little crunchy, to deliver them gently and with compassion. But we're not sunshine pumpers around here unless sunshine is what is intended to be pumped, right? If that makes sense. So what I'm hearing, Lightfoot, is sometimes you don't maybe carry through with things to the very end. You'll go okay for a while and then just kind of peter out for a while and then you'll get around to it again. You can't do that this time because the right path that you're on is amazing, truly amazing. But this is part of this is for you to heal that umph, lack of umph that you can sometimes have. Sometimes you are not necessarily your own best fire starter. And so if you know that about yourself and you are not really interested in making the commitment to become your own best fire starter, then maybe you can work with someone that can help you out on that. Now, the other card that came for you is the Martin, which is in the Weasel family. And Martin's, it's weird because I think Martin came out last week, and I almost never see Martin over the last few years that I've been reading with my own deck and having it. I rarely see Martin come out, and it's really all about good news and fortunate tidings. So I would tell you that between the Martin and the Eight of Pentacles, Giraffe and the Martin, you're in really, really good stead. You are on your right path. It's just that you've got to walk the path and not walk and then sleep for a while and a while and a while and then stray off the path and then come back. Don't do that. Okay, I hope that's helpful. All right, so oh, thank you, Angel Heart. I'm glad you love the mugs. Hey, you guys, until I get my my site up, the ecom site, like everything else, it's a work in progress. You guys can hop onto my Etsy store if you are still looking for things for Christmas. You can, here, I'll pull it up and you can see all the really super cool stuff. And I'm in the process of getting, oops, that's going to take you, sorry, my bad, sorry. I'm going to take you to the back, or I'm fixing to order a bunch more mugs and altar cards and magnets, but there are like 10 or 15 different ones to choose from, and you guys can, the magnets and then the mugs, because I have to tell you guys, these mugs really are absolutely beautiful. This is what they look like on the back. Each animal has its own saying, as you can see here, and as you can see from this picture, I mean, these are awesome pictures, but even the pictures don't do these justice. I mean, they're not kidding. So anyway, there you have it. And the altar cards are awesome. And I get my, for those of you that are waiting for altar cards, the new sets are supposed to be in today. Lord, hopefully let there be in today. So all that said, da 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 da. All right, let me jump back to there you go. So the Eight of Pentacles. So there you have it. All right. Let me stop sharing my screen. What am I doing? Okay, and let me move on to the next question. All right, who are you? Shelly. Oh, Jim. Would this be a good time to change jobs altogether, or should you transfer to a new location? Okay, Jim. Oh, I hope you're still on here, Jim Sheritz. Okay, I hope you're still here. Okay, so here's the story. I'm not even going to pull a card. This is what I got psychically. Whammo bammo. Okay. Transfer to the new location is the smartest thing for you to do because it will be short-lived, meaning you're not 1,000% sure of what you want to do new altogether. But I do feel like that's going to become really clear to you pretty early on in 2022. And then you'll have ample time to make a very smooth transition. If you just go up and ploop, I'm going to start something brand new, you're going to find yourself in a little bit of a pickle in a couple of different ways. I don't recommend it. Not based on what I'm hearing from spirit. So I would say transfer the new location. Anytime I see like blink like this in my psychic eye, I know it's like, because it's only going to be for the blink of an eye. And that new thing will become really clear to you and make you super happy. So I hope that's helpful, Jim. All right. Shelly St. Aubin, I'm feeling big changes in residence, job, and relationships. So much going on. Which should you focus on first? I think the rest will follow. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Be colorblind, don't be so shallow. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Makes me want to get on a dance floor with a margarita in my hand, because that's the only way to be on a dance floor. So Shelly. Okay. This is about perspective. This is what I'm hearing. In your mind, there's a lot going on, but in reality, there's not a lot going on. What's actually going on is literally the final pieces to every puzzle are sitting right in front of you, like 1, 2, 3, and you're looking at all of these other pieces that are ancillary. They're completely ancillary. It doesn't matter, because if you'll just pick up the pieces that are obvious and go bloop, 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 the puzzle is finished. It's finito. Your masterpiece has been created, and then you can move on to another kind of masterpiece. Now, what I am hearing is, I don't know what kind of relationship you're talking about. Okay, that's a lie. I do. I do. But let's just say it's about all relationships, but it's about one in particular. You already know. I know you already know. It's not the one. Not the one. It's potentially the one for now. That said, I do feel like you've got some other relationships that are not, that are just relationships that are a little rocky at the moment, just a little, nothing terrible, but enough to just take a deep breath and turn your focus to something else. Like, don't focus on the rockiness, because it's none of your problem. It's like, not your circus, not your monkeys. That's what I'm hearing. That said, I don't know why you're stressed about the change in residence. I just think that's awesome. Well, it could be. It really could be. It could be. You just got to see it the right way. Um, Job. I guess I'm not really, what I'm hearing in my head is I'm not really sure why you're asking about job. In your head, you think about making a change, but in reality, you're no closer to that than the man on the moon. You could be, but not until you're convinced, and you're not convinced. Case in point, I can tell y'all something that's this might be really helpful to you, Shelly. And actually, y'all, this might be helpful to a bunch of y'all. Listen up. So, a buddy of mine, Tracy Dunblazer, who is the president of Cover, and for those of you that have metaphysical businesses, Cover is the coalition of visionary retailers, right? Okay. And y'all, look at this. It's awesome. Shelly sent me this. Y'all see her on here sometimes as Love the Thorns. I think y'all see her on here as Love the Thorns. She lives in California, so it's really hard for her, but I just love her. She sent me these two fans, and I've had them for a bit, but I haven't been called to use them, but I finally was called to use them today, and I don't even know. Now I know. I was like, right? I'm doing the fan dance. Woo! Right? So sexy. I know. It's so sexy. I know. I know. But this one, Shelly, I'm really being called to show you. You get to do the sleigh fan dance for today. So here's a story. So my friend Tracy that has Cover, and I'm going to plop that link in, because seriously, if y'all have a metaphysical business, I really encourage you to be a member of Cover, because they have all kinds of free resources of all kinds. They're always trying to support, always supporting metaphysical business people, mind, body, spirit people. And Tracy is an amazing president. She's, in the short time she's been president, you can't imagine what she's done. And I'm actually running for a seat to be on the board of directors for Cover. Let me put this in there. And so there's a reason behind this story, and it's for a whole bunch of y'all. It's not just for Shelly, but so Tracy calls me about the here, y'all. I'm gonna plop this link in here. Here's the link to the Cover organization. Please check them out. Their membership's only like $60 a year, and it's you know, it you're working on you're working on familiar with Cover. Oh yeah, Raven, they're really awesome. They are awesome, right, Cherry? So, like I said, I have put in my application to run for the board of directors on Cover. And so Tracy was talking to me about the big Conscious Life Expo that happens in LA. Who knew? Apparently, it's the largest metaphysical mind, body, spirit convention anywhere in the world. Like, they get between like 10,000 is attendance is a really low year for them. And, at the height of when people can get out and about and do that kind of thing is like a little over 30,000 in 4 days. Y'all know how many people that is? Anyway, so she's going, and the Cover organization is going to have, because she does this, like, my lane is spirit, totem, power animals. Lisa Snyder, she's all about the sound healing. Frank is all about the angels. Lisa does a getting rid of your demons thing, and I love her because she doesn't sugarcoat it. Like, let's pretend to do shadow work together, and you don't really talk about anything uncomfortable. She's talking about, what are your demons? Okay, What are they? Because demons are real. And if you have any, like my demon is sugar. Like I've finally come to know, y'all, I'm a straight up sugar addict. I am a straight up sugar addict. I am. And I'm working on it. But, you know, for people that have alcohol problems or drug problems or this kind of issue or that kind of something they're working through, they're demons. That's it. No, why sugarcoat it? Because it is what it is. If it was not, if it was all sugar and spice and everything nice, wouldn't it be easier to get past, to heal, to be okay? Anyway, so she's going. So I'm like, I'm checking out this thing, and I went, I wonder if I should go. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you the stuff that started. Amy will tell you because she's been like pyong 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 ping. She's been watching this stuff go. What? So I think I'm gonna go to participate in the Conscious Life Expo in February in LA. In which case I'll have a booth and I'll teach a couple classes and I'll give some lectures, that kind of thing. That'd be cool, right? And then of course help out the cover organization. So where I'm going with this, with you, Shelley, and for anybody that's got anything career-oriented, job-oriented, sacred contract-oriented, meaning sacred contract, like what am I introducing to the world? It's literally about not being afraid to, when you know something feels right from the beginning. Okay, don't call 65 readers and get 65 readings on it. Don't flip cards until you've run your deck so hot it bursts into flames because you've rubbed those cards together so much you've created fire. Like, why would you do that? You're going to take all the magic and all the energy flow out of it. Don't be afraid to go. Now, I'm not afraid, but let's be clear about this. I've been in business a long time. It is not inexpensive. I mean, it's not expensive to go out there, but it is no small chunk of change to go, hey, what? Let me gather my whole staff. Let's get plane tickets. Let's ship this. Let's do this. Let's set up this. Let's buy this booth. Let's do. Okay, now, y'all, that's a layout, but a financial layout. But I know I'm supposed to be there. We're done. I thought about it for like a couple seconds. And then when I said to the universe, okay, I'm 80% convinced, pyong, pyong. And here's what the sleigh fan, I'm doing the sleigh fan dance today. Thank you, Shelley. Shelley Love the Thorns. What isn't she Love the Thorns on our channel? I'm pretty sure. Okay. So, cause I'm a slay it. I am going to slay it at that thing, at that Conscious Life Expo. You know why I'm going to do that? Because it's going to be helpful to people and it's going to help more animals. That's it. That's all I need to know. I'm in. Ooh, look. I think all my Spanish past lives are... Oh, I'm going to get some castanets. Okay. Y'all, I'm looking for a phone call from my sister I have to take if it comes in. She's not feeling well and she's traveling right now. So, all that. So, here's the story. So, stop being scared. Every slap one of you've got to stop being scared. So, this is for Shelley St. Aubin, but this is for anybody that is scared to move forward with what they know they're being called to do, especially if the money is if it's this, it's that, it costs this, I don't know if I'll ever, you ain't moving forward to nothing if you keep being afraid about the money. Okay, I'll get to this one. Okay, I'm just going to say, y'all, I'm going to get to eel in a minute, but what were we just talking about? Astrology and the Conscious Life Expo, and what are we talking about? The starfish. What is that? Cosmic greetings and tidings and blessings. Oh, wait, that's the wrong card. That one's got the wrong... Sorry, this is from my sample deck. It's got the wrong one on there. Starfish are about, or the wrong meaning on there. Starfish are about cosmic energy and magical gifts from heaven and that kind of thing, right? I got to replace that. I don't know why it's in here. This is one of my newer decks. That's a sample deck. Anyway, okay. So there's that. Now, having said that, let me say this. Eels are pretty much the same as snake energy, except for they bring electricity because of the electrical eels, right? And they bring all of the deep, deep, deep feelings of water. So when you're talking about something like this, about how to get rid of fear, especially as it regards money, especially as it regards career change, or wanting to step into a career or a job or something that you know you're being called to do, but you're like, stop it. Stop and work with starfish energy and work with eel energy, because snake energy, do I have to go into this for y'all? Ultimate transformation, ultimate psychic ability. Just it is the healers. When you talk about shamanic animals, you're talking about that are most closely associated with shamanism. Snake is right up there, like probably one or two, especially for people that want to work in a healing profession of any kind. So that's what I'm saying, y'all, especially you, Shelly. Enough's enough. Get whatever your fears are. Stop. That's for all of you. Just stop. Now, listen, I'm not making fun of you and I'm not making light of you, because if it was just that easy to just stop, you think I'd have another shred of sugar my whole life, or anything that can be turned into sugar like a tater or my beloved bread? I'm from a Jewish family. Like, bagels were whacked up in my pablum, right? Like, I never met a bagel I didn't like, even those crappy ones that you pick up at the store. Some cream cheese and some lox, I'm all right? But you know what I'm saying. All right, so I hope that's helpful to everybody, but in particular to Shelly St. Aubin. And I'm concerned. I haven't seen Shelly Love the Thorns on here yet this morning. So, all right, I hope she's okay. All right, so, all right, let me go back up. Ooh. Oh, bye, Keith. Y'all, sweet bejeebers. I'm not really sure. Wow, I'm way behind in this chat, and give me just a second. Hold on. Amy, did you Facebook me with the questions for people? Please tell me you did. Please. Oh, good. Oh, thank you, because you're the best. Okay, great. Thank you, Amy. Let me get back up here in the list. Hold on, please. Okay, got Lightfoot. Okay. Marsha, I'm sorry. I just can't. I want to help you. I cannot do any mediumship today. Jim's, Shelly. Okay. Okay, Danica. Danica Kuharik, I think, or please don't let me murder your last name. Speaking of totem, you'd love to know what your totem animal is. Danica, if you're still here, when I step into your energy, I just feel like I want to giggle and play. I just really, Danica, I just really, okay, so y'all, I'm going to go to the bottom of the chat so I can see when people answer, what is going on with me this morning when people answer me, and, literally just reasoning. Okay. Oh, re-asking. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. So for those of you here that are new, if you ask me 45 times, I absolutely will not answer you. I will not do that. My moderators are they're on it. I'm on it. I will get to as many questions as I can. If I could answer everybody, I totally would. But in my original tradition of I come from a Jewish family. I practice all faiths, because I'm every religion and faith. It's all in me. And if faith you want done, baby, I do it naturally. But Amy keeps me up with all of these. And in my original faith, we call it nudging. Don't nudge me. I don't like that. It's not helpful to you. So, but here we go. So Danica, true or not true, you have a very playful, childlike spirit about you. You're always up for a good time. You like to giggle. You like to laugh. Tell me yes or no, so I know if I'm on the right, because there are a lot of you sending me all kinds of energy. All kinds of energy, and that's what I'm getting from you. I want to be sure if it was a true question. I think it's a very true question. So true or not true, Danica, you are very childlike in your, I like to have fun. I can always see the humor in things. Okay, good. So true. Right. Okay. This is why they call it evidential psychic mediumship, you guys. Okay, great. So Danica, here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't know if you're a water sign, or you've got a lot of water in your chart, or you just love, I mean, you could be a fire sign or whatever and just love water. but I feel like your love of water is crazy, like ingrained like a water sign. If that's not your primary sign, you've got a lot of water in your chart. Anyway, girl, well, here's what I'm going to tell you. Otter, I feel like otters are your totem. Oh, you're a Pisces. Durr. Okay. And that's why they call it evidential psychic mediumship. Okay. So, I just really feel like otter is your totem. And so in the way that I have been told, downloaded with information from the spirit totem power animals, the totem is who you are. Your spirit animal is the animal that comes to you in your hour of need. Your power animal is also who you are. But when you want to work with the particular medicine of that animal, so for instance, earlier it was about Tyrion. Tyrion is a tiger, but as Tyrion on this earth at this time, he hasn't fully stepped into that raw leadership tiger energy. So he's being called to step out of tiger, maybe Tyrion as the cub, the tiger, and step into, Simba. These are my pride lands, that kind of guy. So right now, honest to goodness, I really think, Danica, that you are at your core, like at my core, I'm a bear. And that's why we're having a very Merry Christmas this year. So clever. I know, I'm a genius. What a hack. That's me. Okay. So, so I am a bear, and I just really feel like you are an otter. There you go. I hope that's helpful, Pumpkin. Oh, shoot. Let me go back to, I already talked to you guys about the eel. Okay. All right. So moving on. Whispers of Gaia. I love that name. What animal would support me best in my journey at the moment? How to prepare best for the portals coming? I know, punny. Good. I'm glad that helped, honey. Danica, I know. Who doesn't love a pun? I argue that they're the highest form of humor. When I used to do stand-up comedy, I used to get stuff thrown at me when I would say that. Real comics hate puns, but I'm a real comic and I love puns. They keep me on my toes. So here's the other one. Don't anybody throw. Hold on. Oh no. Don't anybody throw shade. Wait, sorry. Don't anybody throw shade at puns. Don't do it. Okay. Oh, I think I lost a little thingy in there. I'll find it. Whatever. No shade. We're not throwing shade at the puns. Okay. So, okay. Whispers of Gaia. What animal? All right. I'm going to pull a card for you on this, but so Whispers of Gaia, man, I hope you're still here. Are you Whispers of Gaia? Itzia, I can't tell you what your power animal is. You have to choose that. But I can get into that a little bit later. Whispers of Gaia, are you still here? Fan the fire. Okay, good. All right, excellent. Okay. So one of the things that just popped into my head when I started stepping into your energy is that song, Slow Down, You Move Too Fast. You got to make the morning last, just kicking down the cobblestones. Blah, 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 and feeling groovy. So I keep hearing that song for you, and I feel like you've got to slow down a bit, and I don't think you resonate with slow and steady wins the race. And so in this moment for you it does. Now I'm going to pull a card for you to see which animals want to work with you at this time, but psychically it's slow and steady wins the race. And I think I mentioned a week or two ago, I'm really all up into cryptocurrency, and there's this awesome YouTuber. Her name is Crypto Casey. She's brilliant. I listen to every word she says. And one of the things that she was talking about when it comes to investing, which, let's be honest here, every day we get up, we invest I invest in my life. I invest in all kinds of things, right? We have a thing called soul currency, y'all. It's more valuable than any money you'll ever lay your hands on. What do you want to spend your soul currency on? But she said, inch by inch, life's a cinch. Now, I'm a person who moves pretty fast. Like slow and steady. Slow is not for me. Steady is for me. I mean, I'll stay on something till other people are like in the hospital for exhaustion. I'm still like, hey, what's wrong with you people? Let's go. Right? But I don't do things slowly. But for you, I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race, and for sure, inch by inch, life's a cinch. Now, that being said, what animal wants to work with you for that? Okay, Christina, I'll get back to that in a minute about does a power animal choose you? Hold on. Okay. So, Five of Wands, Tasmanian Devil. I don't even pay attention to the Five of Wands. That has nothing to do with it. This cracks me up. Sweet bejeebers, this cracks me up, Whispers of Gaia, because here's the thing. When somebody's got a screen name like Whispers of Gaia, okay, I didn't see it coming either, right? When someone's got a screen name like Whispers of Gaia, you're instantaneously led to think of them as very ethereal and angelic and just all, So when the Taz comes out, you're like, what? What? But maybe that's about, I know, Hops is snoring, y'all. Sorry. So I'm sorry. I happen to love Tasmanian devils. They are so misunderstood. So misunderstood. Oh, Whispers of Gaia, do you feel like you're misunderstood in this world, or at least by a lot of people? Do you feel like you're misunderstood? Because this is the thing. This is the thing. You are. You are misunderstood a bit. So, when a lot of times when people think that totally okay, there you go. All right, and this is why they call it psychic mediumship. Well, really, right now, all I'm doing is literally talking to a literal Tasmanian devil. That's how it works for me, guys. So what I'm hearing from this particular Taz, when Tasmanian devils yawn, which they actually do as it's a protection thing. Somehow Tasmanian devils know that when they're yawning, they look like they're snarling and they're going to bite your leg off, like gnaw you to the bone and more. But they're not. They're not. They just look like that. And I keep seeing the cartoon, the Tasmanian devil, and then whee, and he spins like that. Your spinning is actually really genius, truly genius when you're on a spin. But you have got to work with Tasmanian devil to know when to stop spinning, because they don't spin, I mean, all of the time. And it really could work in your favor if you come to realize what it is that others that they don't understand about you, and when it suits you, when it's to your benefit, to work within that paradigm. Let me give you a case in point. I'm not a material person. I truly am not, and I truly never have been. But I love to have the vehicle that I want. That's it, that I choose to have. And right now, I'm hot after the new Ford Mavericks. Have you seen these trucks? Oh my, I want one, and I'm going to choose to get one. So this morning I called around to a couple of dealerships, and the first one I called, I bought my last couple of Fords from. I don't know what's going on over there, but they lost this good customer's business because their ethics are no longer what they were at one time. And when somebody shows me I'm out the door. I'll take my money someplace else. I'll work with someone else. And what I'm trying to say about this is I know how to talk to salespeople. So I turn into not a different person, but a version of myself that has sales experience, that talks salesperson lingo, and then they give you the real story, and they're more, it will be a fast, fair, even deal, because I'm speaking their lingo. If I went in and said something something like the Tasmanian devil that I talk to, because I'm an animal communicator and I work with spirit, no. Or if I acted this way or that way, I'm not acting. It really is a part of who I am, but everything is really a part of who all of you all are. It's only the fear that stops you from being that person. Where I'm going with this for you, and it might sound like I'm going around the block a bit, Whispers of Gaia, there is something that happens to you when your mind gets in a whirl, like when I'm watching this Tasmanian devil spin from the cartoon. That's when you're at your most brilliant, and you are an extreme creative. Like, not just creative, extreme creative, and you're amazing at whatever your creative lane is. You're amazing. But for you to be able to get through the portals and get to where you're choosing to get to, you're gonna have to get better at meeting people where they are. And that blows sometimes. Believe me, it blows sometimes. But this world is not made of only people like are on this channel. This world is made up of a lot of different kind of people, and you're not going to change them, and they're not going to understand you. The trick is to get ahead of them and understand them, and then just do your thing. And then you will be able to slay. Ha ha! Okay, I hope that's helpful. All right, so moving on. Little C, big C. Why would you do that? Tiffany K, I see your totem animal as an elephant. I'll get back to that in a minute. But little C, big C, listen, let me tell you something. Why would you get another job along with your readings business? That makes not one lick of sense to me. You're going to be wasting time and energy. Now, I'm not telling you what to do with your financial life. I'm just telling you that you're zigging when you should be zagging. One of my favorite things in life is for when people tell me, well, my mom and dad, I really wanted to be this, but my mom and dad told me I needed to have a fallback plan. Now, not everybody is hardwired to truly get what's truly in their heart. They can do it. The question is, will they do it? And a lot of times that answer is nope. Because it's much easier to take the path of least resistance. But I've always found that the path of least resistance is simply doing what you know you're being called to do. And before I ever knew it was a calling, I just knew it was what I was born to do. Why would you waste time doing anything else? Because if you allow somebody else to put the fear in you, well, you really need a fallback plan. No, you don't. You really don't need one. You might think you need one, but you don't. But then what is it that's going to stand between you and creating the business that you're choosing, or the life that you're choosing? What is it? More often than not, it's money. It's money over. Thank you, Adriana. Thank you very, very, very much for the donation. I do all these readings for free once a week, you guys. And I am getting my membership together where you guys will have a lot more access to me on lives for teachings and free readings and that kind of thing. But everything that is on my YouTube channel, 50% of it goes to the animal charities that I support. So all I'm saying is, what the amount of time that you would be wasting finding a new job, working 15, 20, 30 hours a week at something that's probably not, I mean, I don't know what you do, but I don't think it's going to pay what being a psychic medium pays. Not if you're good at it. So, rather than saying good, I should say authentic, evidential, that kind of thing, and ethical. People will, your word of mouth. I get more stuff from word of mouth than you might imagine. But if a person is not willing to figure out what it is that is stopping them from really creating what they they're choosing to create, then sure, go get another job, and then you'll have that job 5 years from now, and your business won't be any farther along than it is today, because people mostly fool themselves. Well, I'm going to do this while I do this. No, they don't. I see that work very, very rarely. Again, I've done over 65,000 readings in the time I've been doing this. I've got a tremendous amount of data to pull from, observational data, but you get to know a few things about people over time within those numbers and in the scenarios that I work in, which is people will tell me things they won't tell their priests, they won't tell their doctors, they won't tell themselves. So, there you go. All right, I hope that's helpful. Tiffany K, I really see that you are an elephant totem animal. I just see you as this stately, quiet, quiet but not scared, quiet but not uncertain of yourself. There's just a quiet strength that comes from you. Geez, Tiffany, I hope you're still on here. Tiffany, you still here? Okay. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Okay. All right, great. All right, my sister's okay. Thank you, Amy. She just texted me. Okay. Tiffany, I just see you at your core like this, just this elegant, quiet strength that people can count on at all times. And it's like you're always there to help, but you're not overt about it. You're kind of like the person that comes in quietly, saves the day, and then vanishes. And somebody's like, who was that masked person? Right? It's like that. So, in my estimation, based on what I'm seeing from the animals, I feel like elephant is your actual totem, which is who you are. Ooh, I can't wait to be able to wear mascara again. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Thank you guys very much. She's got a head cold, but anytime anybody gets a head cold or anything like that, the C word comes up. This is not a channel for a conversation about that, so please don't. It will get you banned from my channel, but those are everybody's concerns. But yes, thank you. Because my life doesn't work without my sister, so you guys might have already discerned that by now. Okay. Tiffany, I don't know if you're still on here, but there you go. So moving on. Raven Jensen, what angel can help bring me out of this funk today? Okay, so if you're looking for a specific angel, I'm not an angel reader like Frank is, but I do oftentimes have angels come through for people. Raven Jensen, are you having problems with headaches or some kind of stress that you carry in your head or behind your eyes? Raven Jensen, are you still here? Can you answer this question for me? Is that a yes, Raven, that you're having headaches or stress and tension behind your eyes? I know you wrote you're in a funk, but that doesn't have anything to do with... Okay, well, we all get headaches sometimes. I'm asking you if you've been experiencing... Actually, let me rephrase the question. Are you experiencing them more than usual, or do you get eye strain more than usual? Okay, Raven. Okay, so little C, big C. Is Ariel the angel of healing? I know you said you were in a funk, but this doesn't have anything to do with what you wrote. This has to do with actual tension. But okay, all right. So here's what I'm trying to get to before I give before I give you this message. Hold on. I think I'm looking it up. Angel of healing. Just because you said you're in a funk. Oh, Saint Raphael. Raphael is the angel of healing. Okay. Not because you said you were in a funk. Not everybody needs to, I need to be healed because I'm in a funk. This is literally about whatever's going on physically in your head. And let me just say this. Everything that's on my channel is for edutainment purposes only. I am not a medical professional of any kind, and I am absolutely not diagnosing you or giving you medical advice. I'm saying psychically, what I'm getting is there's something you're carrying in your actual head, like a tension, like you're talking about, if there's no pain behind your eyes, it's the headachy kind of thing, it's more than usual. It's where you're holding all of your everything. You're very in your head, like super in your head. So, oh, okay, cool. So you have been connecting to him. All right, well, okay, thanks, Christine. Yeah, all right, well, that makes sense, Raven. So if you needed confirmation that you really are working with Raphael, then there you have it. There's your confirmation. Um, and the evidence that I was shown was that pain in your head, and it's very different than the tiny bit of headache that I have from the surgery that I had on my right eye. It's very different. That's how I know it's for you. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Also, one other thing, Raven, if you've been I feel like you've been having a little bit of stomach problem. I feel like you have a bit of a nervous stomach, or maybe you have a relationship with yeah. I feel like, Raven, you might have a relationship with food that might need take a looking at. I think you'll know what I mean. And so if that rings true for you, which I suspect it does, and you don't have to say yes. You don't have to say yes. You don't have to say yes. Ice cream will be the death of me, girl. There's a Sonic less than a mile from me. Are you joking me right now? And I called Amy yesterday. I can't stand it. I gotta have a Sunday. So okay, you're working on a food schedule. Okay, there you go. All right, so that makes good sense why that's coming to me, because I feel some rumbly in my tumbly, and definitely you want to work with Raphael for that, because that old boy's going to be able to help you with that. But I keep hearing it's a psychological relationship that you have with food that may need taking a look at. So I hope that's helpful. Yeah, that's it. I really hope that's helpful. Hi, Marnie. What's up? What's up, boss? Amaze? Why do I amaze you, Christina? That makes no sense. But I'd like to hear why. Why do I amaze you? Because I can read with a snoring chihuahua behind me? Okay, all right. Let me move on to the next question. All right. Ooh. Oh, where's Facebook? Okay. Jules, first I dreamed 2 nights ago that a friendly capybara, there's only one kind of capybara, friendly ones. I love you, Ritu, but you should know by now I do not answer yes or no questions. Figure out a different way to term that question and I'll answer it. I don't answer yes or no's. Okay. A friendly capybara was running straight toward me. I love that. And then a kangaroo with rainbow colored fur hopped over me. Oh my God. That's a cool dream. Now, I'm Jules first. Are you still here? Okay, so oh, you can do it too, but thank you, Christina. You can do it too. Oh, Lord. Barney, get off the keyboard. Um, Amy, if you get a weird message on Facebook, it's because Barney was sitting on the keyboard. Um, okay, so Barn. Come here, Barney. Come here, Barney. So here's what I tell everybody about dreams, and I'm very clear about this. When people come to me with a dream, I always ask them, did they have anything in their system? Alcohol, prescription drugs, non-prescription drugs, plant medicine, I don't care what you call it. But I always ask them that. When they do have something in their system, I tend not to answer the dream questions because that's a fool's errand. That's a fool's errand. There can be so much that goes on in our dreams if we, have Thai food at 3 o'clock in the morning, or if we've had a couple drinks or a couple this or a couple that. So I will tell you that I can't answer your question, Jules, until, and I don't want to sell you out. So if you want to Facebook me or you want to text me what your answer is, I'll be able to know. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Anytime you've got a capybara in a dream, that's highly unusual. And they truly are the most chill, get along with every animal that there is. They're just the sweetest, kindest, dearest, great mothering instincts of any animal ever. Kangaroos with rainbow colored fur, all I can hear is all I can hear is I literally hear Judy Garland singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And that there's something, God, Jules, man, I hope you're here. Because this is, I'm going to go ahead and give this message because it's coming to me. But it is, okay, great. All right. No wonder I was compelled. Okay. That makes sense. Thanks, Jules. I didn't want to sell, I don't want to sell you out or anything. But I'm sure you understand why I asked. Okay. So, that being said, I just keep getting the vision that you are literally supposed to take a quantum leap, which is what kangaroos represent, over the rainbow. So whatever it is that you are thinking is too far away, too much to achieve, oh, I could never do that. Or my favorite, when people say, I know it'll take me a long time. I'm like, really? Where's your proof of that? What kind of data can you give me that will prove that it will take you a long time? Well, I just know it will. Why? Well, because everybody says, okay, if you want to be a Western medicine physician, okay, I don't know what you feel like is a long time, but it's going to take you whatever time it needs to take you to go to school and get through medical school and pick your specialty and yakety schmackety, right? Okay. But if you decide that you want to go to acupuncture school and be an acupuncturist, or you decide you want to be, I don't know, what if you, I don't know why this, Jules, I don't know why this is coming to me, but what if you decide you want to open a car garage? What if your thing is cars and mechanic work? Why does it have to take you that long to open it and be successful? Only because you told yourself so, or you allowed somebody else to tell you so. It doesn't, it doesn't have to take that long. That's why I keep saying to you all, you don't wish, you don't want, you don't dream, you don't need, you choose. We don't wish, we don't want, we don't dream, we don't need, we choose. And once you make a choice, that's it. If you make the choice to think it's going to take forever, okay, and so mote it be. As above, so below, aho, and okay. All of those things in 50 different languages and 1,000 different faiths. Okay. In the South, we go, bless her pea picking heart. Okay, now I'm not picking on you, Jules. I love you. You got great energy, always have great energy. But I'm telling you, there's something socially related that you're supposed to be doing that's going to go great. Hey, Sharon. Oh, sorry, you got to run. Thank you for showing up, though. Okay, so there's something that's socially related that there's something socially related that you're supposed to be doing. And you're to literally work with kangaroo, holding the kangaroo's hand. The kangaroo is going to show you how to take a quantum leap over the rainbow to get to wherever that is that you are choosing to go. I hope that's helpful. What a cool dream, man. That's awesome. Okay, I don't have cool dreams like that. Okay. Hey, Selene, are you still here? You would like to know why Mr. Dark has entered your life. Okay, so that doesn't require a reading. Selene, are you still here? Can you just type in there, still here, or yes, so I know before I answer this? Selene? Okay. While I'm waiting on Selene, there's a young man who showed up. Hold on, let me get back to it. Craig Kegg. For the obvious reason, Craig, your question caught my eye. Will you please tell me about my mother and father that gave me away illegally? And you typed that question at 11:11. Craig, I'm going to get to your question, but I don't think that's the question that you actually have. Um, and I want to help you, and I am what's called an evidential psychic medium and animal communicator. And what that means is I can tell you anything that comes to me, but in the absence of your being able to confirm it, you'll never know if it's truly true. And it'll just be something that a psychic medium, animal communicator, shamanic person told you. And you are at the point in your life, psychically what I'm picking up is you're at the point in your life where all I can hear you saying is no more bull, shit. You've had it with all the bull whatever in your life. You've had it, and you want real answers, not just to this question, but to everything. And anybody or anything that you deem as like BS, you're not having any of it because you've had it. True or not true. So I want to answer your question. I just don't know. It's got to be something. It's got to be information that you can confirm, or it will mean nothing to you. So Craig, if you understand that, and you can phrase your question differently, I'm all up for answering your question. Especially because it came in at 11:11. Well, a bunch of things came in at 11:11. It's like 11:11, 21, 11:11, 40. You get what I'm saying? It's still an 11:11 question. Okay. Okay. Are you here? Let me get back to you. Selene. Okay. Thank goodness. Okay. So y'all, when somebody asks me a question like, why did so-and-so enter my life, or why did this happen? I can do a million readings on it, but at the end of the day, it's because you chose for it to happen. Now, when I tell people that, they get mad and they get hurt and they're like, what? And I'm like, well, do you believe in sacred contracts? Well, of course I do. Well, then how do you think you didn't choose for this to happen in your life? And they still don't like that answer. Now, believe me, I've gotten myself into some pretty good scrapes over the years, as you might imagine. And I have made dating an Olympic sport. So I will tell you that I have some data to pull from when it comes to dating and relationships. Because if it was an Olympic sport, Anyway, all that being said. Oh, Craig, thank you. Okay, I'll get to you in just a second. Okay. So, that being said, really what the question is not why Mr. Dark entered your life. It's why did your soul choose to have this interlude with Mr. Dark? That's really the question. Because it's not about him. Y'all. Oh, Lord. Sorry. I... all of a sudden, my cards disappeared. They're here, but in a place I never, ever, ever put them. They always sit right in front of me, and all of a sudden, they're on this other side of my desk. That was so weird. God, that was weird. Okay. Selene. Okay, so Selene, did you listen to anything I just said? Hi, Tracy. All right, Craig, Tracy, I'll get to you in just a second, honey. Let me finish this one. Okay. Of course it feels significant because you chose. Julie Weininger, Sacred Contracts, anything that's written by Caroline Myss, M-Y-S-S, Caroline Myss. Some people call her Caroline Myss. Sacred Contracts, she's your one. Okay, Selene. It's interesting you call him Mr. Dark, and here are two skunks, which are predominantly black-furred animals. And there are two of them, and they're inverted. I would go with he's the one for right now, for lots and lots and lots of reasons. I don't know that you're going to like all those reasons. But, and they're skunks. Okay, they're not sweet-smelling animals. They're skunks. So it is significant, but I really think let me just call it like it is, Selene. You're playing with fire. You are playing with fire, and you think it's titillating, and you think you can be in control, and you think, no ma'am. Let me tell you guys something. in all of the years that I've been doing this, because listen, people only come to a psychic about a few things: money, career, health, and relationships. That's it. And people only come to a medium for one thing. They want to be connected with your people who've crossed over. I don't have the numbers on this in hardcore data, but I would bet you that maybe as little as 3% of the people that I read, that I have the unfortunate circumstance to have to say to them, not only is this not a good relationship for you, but this is a dangerous relationship. They don't walk away. Either they don't believe, and it's not me that they don't believe. I never take offense at that. They don't believe the reading because they don't want to believe it, or it's a little titillating because it's a little dark and it's a little mysterious and it's a little this. And in the back of their minds, they think, and besides, I can control whatever. No good ever comes of that. And I mean no good. Now, it ranges on a scale from, okay, that was not really great, to my world has been shattered into smithereens. I'm going to have to find all the million little pieces that are scattered somewhere to the wind. I don't like it, Selene. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to freak you out. And I am not trying to rain on your parade. Truly, I'm not. I just don't know what other sign you need other than two skunks inverted. You're talking about a relationship with someone named Mr. Dark. I don't know what else to tell you, Pumpkin. I sincerely hope before you keep moving forward or anywhere that you really give it some serious consideration. Because I'm telling you, control is something you're actually pretty good at. And control of self is something you're pretty good at. Unfortunately, you really do believe that you're good at controlling situations and people. Not so much. Situations, maybe, because you can control yourself. No one can really control people. No, they can't. Because at some point, people will shock you because they're not under control. Let me not go down that rabbit hole, but don't do it. There's my advice. I hope you make a different decision. So there we go. I did Grancher. I really did say, and that's what I said in my head was WTF. I was like, what? Okay, so Tracy, I'm coming back to you. Keith Tracy. Not Keith. Let me find I'm stepping into your energy. Tracy Craig, that's it. Tracy, when you ask what do you need to know about them, could you please confirm that you're hey Lillian, you're not late. You're like all the wizard and goddesses and witches and shaman all up in here and the healers. You're never late. You're just like Gandalf. You appear exactly at the moment you're supposed to. So welcome. Tracy, could you please confirm that you are going through a period in your life where you just do not want any more BS in your life? You're not having it, not with anybody or anything. Could you please confirm that? I need to make sure that I'm in your energy. I feel reasonably confident that I am, because I feel like you're a really gentle person, but you've just had it up to here, and rightly so. Could you please confirm that, Tracy? Tracy Craig? Yes. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, I'm in the right energy. So Tracy, could you please then give me a more specific question about what you want to know? Because that does feel like a pretty inflamed thing to make the statement that someone gave you away illegally. But I am psychically being told that is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Hey Frank, I hope you brought your angels with you. We need them right now. And so Craig, Tracy, honey, could you just be more specific about what you want to know? I feel like the meeting with the brother and sister went okay. I don't know that they're ever going to feel like family to you, but it went okay. Tracy, can you could you give me a more specific question? Celine, she said run because it's two skunks, and for all the reasons we just talked about. Celine, where do you live? I'm gonna have to come over there, and you know what? I'm gonna have to go on a date with y'all, and then I'll just make notes. Here's a sign. Here's a sign. Here's a red flag. Here's a red flag. Okay. Um. Okay. So Tracy, I'm just gonna continue on. I'm waiting for you to ask me a specific question, but I know I'm in your energy, and so let me keep going with this. So, um, okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you, Tracy. In your spirit, what I'm in my oh, I'd love to come to Istanbul. Are you joking me? That'd be awesome. What a cool place. Okay, so Tracy, what I'm saying to you is what I'm seeing is this. In your spirit already, you've reconciled something that most people who are adopted or quote unquote given away at birth, they never reconcile, which is the why. I don't know that the why is important to you at all. I don't think you care. To me, it feels very much like you're focused on the illegal part of it. That's the part that frosts you more than anything. And I feel like you've got a real hot button. I feel like you've got a real hot button to people who do things that are unethical, what you consider immoral, and certainly what you consider illegal, and not just because of what happened to you, although I would caution you that it didn't happen to you. I will say that I don't know if you know about a thing called sacred contracts. There you go. There you have it. Okay, there you've got it. All right, Tracy, there you have it, honey. Okay, that makes a lot of sense with what's being told to me. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of a thing called sacred contracts, but it's the notion, it's the belief, it's the idea that nothing happens to us randomly, that before we are born into the lives that we're born into, we sign up for things to go through, people to meet, things to happen, that kind of thing. Um, and so, and so when I meet people that have been through what you've been through, I just bow down to you and I honor you because you all have picked the hardest sacred contracts, which means that you're an extremely advanced soul. And what that means is, I have a theory that people that go through the hardest lives are people that are either punishing themselves for karma that they think they've created, or they are people who have been like, you know what, I'm sick of coming back as a human. I gotta be one and done in this lifetime. I'm one of those people. I'm a fan of souls. I am not a fan of earth, and I am not a fan of humans, but I love the soul, if that makes any sense. Because this world makes no sense. It is an upside down world. Now, there are a lot of things to love and to cherish and to just everything about this world. And there's a lot of just, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not in. I'm not down. I'm down for the world beyond the rainbow, right? Okay. So, first of all, maybe if you could come to figure out if you believe in sacred contracts or even consider them, Tracy, you might be able to turn this around and take a look at yourself and go, ha ha, I'm a soul superhero because da 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 da. I came in and I came in hard and I'm just like, wow, right? Okay. In which case, people treating you so badly will immediately stop because you'll stop it. People don't, people rarely treat me badly. Rarely. There's a reason for that. That said, whether it was the state that gave you away or your actual parents, it's still your actual. Oh, Tracy. Oh, well, you might be codependent. Okay. If you think you are and you don't want to be, then you can just take steps not to be. See, that's the whole thing. I, again, I'm not a medical professional of any kind, but I just think of things as a lot simpler than people make them out to be. And you know, I got a hot temper. I had rage issues when I was a kid. I don't have those anymore. But I can go from 0 to 150 in about that. Amy will, poor Amy will tell you. One day, one of my cats got out while she was here. I heard that cat was out. I came barreling out my back door, and Amy's eyes got this big, and the blood drained from her face. I had to check myself, and I wasn't coming at Amy. I was just coming at it because the cat was out. But you know, it's living with a bad neighbor. And if you think you're codependent, you don't want to be codependent, then just take the steps. Trauma, it was trauma. Um, okay. I don't know who Craig is. See, I don't let me before you tell me anything more, let me just I'm a triple Scorpio. Are you joking me? Okay, Christina, you know I am. Okay, so Tracy Craig, let me just tell you. Um I will tell you that what I'm getting about what direction you need to go in life, honest to God, from the inside out, from everything that I am picking up in your DNA. I mean, my hair is standing up. I've got goosebumps. You are a born healer. I mean, straight up extraordinary, otherworldly healing abilities. That could be, got you. Okay. That could be in the lane of Western medicine, that could be energy healing, that could be acupuncture, it could be psychology, psychiatry, it could be anything. But straight up, you are a born healer. It's literally what you're meant to do in this life, and you're amazing at it. What do you do now, Tracy? Help direct me to learn to heal. Okay. Tracy, what do you do now? Oh, there you go. Hey Frank, put a link to your reading for today. That's right. Archangel Orion and Manifesting Miracles. You're disabled. I don't know, like, I don't know what your, oh Lord, holy cow. Okay. I don't know what your disability is, so what you're talking about, but I'm telling you, a healer, oh yeah. Now, when it comes to training for energy healing, I got nothing. I train myself and I read a lot and I watch a lot and I have my own way of doing healing kind of work when I do it, which is very rarely because I'm not trying to go down that lane. But what if you guys have some good resources for Tracy to learn energy healing? Would you please put them in the chat? Please put links in to help Tracy, and I'm gonna have to move on. I'm going to have to move on to other readings, but if you guys have any, oh, there you go, PTSD. Well, no wonder I wasn't picking up anything physical. Okay, let me tell you something. People would never guess it about me, but I know a thing or two about PTSD. Oh, yes, I do. And if you've never been truly hunted in your life, Not somebody was bullying you, but literally hunted. You, you don't know what it can do to you. So, and I'm pretty tough cookie, but I understand PTSD like you could not possibly imagine. And I am telling you, there are about 450 ways to heal that. I will not tell you that it ever truly goes away, but I can tell you that you can truly gain every bit of your strength and then some back. Oh, yes, you can. So, there you have it. All right. Oh, is Dawn in the house? Dawn, I was born to a home only partly my own. My father was difficult. I was not. Oh, bending and twisting of life. Okay, I hope that helps. I used to faint, break teeth, and chin. Oy vey. Yikes. Okay, so if you guys have some energetic healing resources that you are willing to share with Tracy, that'll be awesome. Tracy, I hope that helps. You are in the right place. I have to tell you something. The Wild Pack. I am very blessed. Like, I don't even know. Everybody on this channel that are regulars on this channel, they are the truest healers and truly the most compassionate people, just as a whole group, I've ever met, ever, truly. And they will help you any way that they can. Okay. There you have it. Okay. Recovery and management is how it goes. I don't know what that means. What do you mean, Pearl? No, Mama Bear, recovery. There you go. Okay. Natalia, you don't need an animal. You are choosing for me to pull an animal. Stop that with the I need. Who is walking me through clearing trauma bonding and emotional needs that weren't met in this life or the past life? That's about 400 questions all in one, Natalia Vargas. Are you still here? Natalia, let me know you're still here before I get into all of that. Weird. Natalia Vargas, are you still here? First time ever, spirit, totem, and power animal. Please tell me you're still here, Natalia. Please. Okay. Oh, yeah, right. I agree with you. Well, yeah, I don't know about curable, but recoverable. I think it's totally recoverable. Curable, once something settles in your DNA, unless you're willing to do DNA manipulation and healing, and I don't mean manipulation in a negative way. I just mean DNA healing, and that is not the easiest thing in the world. I will tell you that right now. Okay. Um, okay, Natalia, I'm going to move on. Yes, it's very manageable. I think. That's just an opinion. Okay. All right, I'm moving on. Natalia, I'm looking for you to tell me you're still here. In the absence of that, I'm going to move on to Amy Lamoureux. Amy Lamoureux, are you still here? Tell me you're still here. Fascinating. Aha! There we go. Amy Lamoureux, there you are. So, I don't think anybody does anything to cause something, because when we say, well, did I do something to cause this? That implies guilt. And that assigns blame. I'm not about that. Really, I'm not. So, all of that being said, okay, Amy, I really am a big believer in sacred contracts. I can't prove them. I just really believe in them after seeing story after story after story after story after story. Okay. That said, the sadness and confusion you're getting this year, Amy Lamoureux, is physical therapy something that you do for others, or you are into? Meaning, like, are you receiving physical therapy? Have you received physical therapy in the past? Do you need to go to physical therapy? Amy? Oh, you're okay. You're in physical therapy, Amy, or you are a physical therapist. Can either way. Okay, I just needed to know I was in the right energy. Okay, for those of you that are studying psychic mediumship or any other kinds of readings, again, I want to repeat, I'm an evidential psychic medium. That's why I don't particularly resonate with readers who just want to give you the, the stuff anybody could tell you. Because look, nobody goes to get a reading unless they have questions. Come on now. And nobody goes to get a reading unless they feel like they need some extra support from the other side. Come on now. Come on now. So there we have it. Okay. Amy, I don't know whether you're getting physical therapy or you give physical therapy or what the physical therapy is, but that lets me know that I'm in the right place. Okay, so first of all, you might be experiencing everything that is being told to me is you might be seeing or experiencing something as sadness, but really it's not. It really literally is confusion. You truly are confused at this moment in your life. And honey, we've all been there. Believe me, we've all been there. So you really just don't know what you want, where do you want to go, who you want to be. You got nothing right now. You just can't see past the confusion at the moment. Amy Lamoureux. I know I'm pronouncing that right. I got a lot of Cajun friends. I spent a lot of time in the bayous in Louisiana. A lot. Moonshine will make you go blind. They're not kidding. Okay. And I never met a Creole dish I didn't like. Dang. All right, hold on, y'all. Amy Lamoureux, here's the animal for you right now. And I think you already know this. I think you've got some connection to eagles. Amy, do you have some connection to eagles or hawks? But I really see the animal you need to work with is eagle. But you could have a connection to hawks. Amy, you want to confirm that, please? A whole new world, 'cause I can see. How will it change? Okay, Amy, I'm gonna assume. Well, just could you hit me up there, please? Okay. Um. Here's a story. You may have an affinity to hawks, or you may have an affinity to eagles. I kind of feel like you've got an affinity to hawks, but really what you should be working with is an eagle. No joke. Truly, this is like this truly is as simple as, if you would please. Curious artist, I've been watching your comments go by. This is cracking me up. You must have something big on your mind and your heart, or all of this wouldn't be resonating with you. So all I can say is somebody's knocking at your door, somebody's ringing your bell, and I'm guessing it's spirits. So, okay, so Amy Lamoureux. I'm not laughing at you, Amy. I'm laughing at Curious Artist. Oh, somebody's knocking at your door, somebody's ringing your bell. So, honest to goodness, Amy, if you will just be willing to trust enough to just say to the animal kingdom, all right, eagles, give me all you got. I'm telling you, you're going to have more eagle encounters than, okay, you're a bird person. Okay. Well, I'm telling you straight up, eagle, but you've got to trust. Oh, that's it. Girl, honey, there you go. You've got epic trust issues. True or not true? Oh, yeah. Epic, 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 epic. Dem bones, dem bones. That's funny, Dawn. Dawn, Dawn, I'm going to write you on Facebook, by the way. I have a question for you. Just so you know, look for it on Facebook, on a Facebook Messenger near you. Um, Yay, Lisa! Woohoo! So, Amy, you've just got epic, over the top trust issues, which is when a triple Scorpio feels like somebody's got epic trust issues. That's just off the charts. Girl, I'm not laughing at you. What I'm saying is, I got you. I feel you, boo. So, there you have it. Yes, polar bear is the animal everybody can work with. Mindy, yes, that's a general thing, but it can be very specific to other things. So here we go. I hope that's helpful, Amy, but I'm telling you now, it is not often that eagle comes out because they're a no joke animal. They're not playing. I have seen eagles have a little bit of fun here and there, but really, for all intents and purposes, they really are the sentry at the gate. They're just always, I mean, even from the time they were babies, when I, some years ago, maybe like 8 or 9 years ago, I had the good fortune of having a pair of nesting hawks and a pair of nesting eagles all on our property. And I got to watch the difference of how their little babies were raised. Hawks, they're a funny lot. I mean, they are comical. Eagles, they're not so funny. I wouldn't like to be an eagle chick. It didn't appear to be fun to me at all. But I'm telling you now, if you can just see to trust, eagle, I'm telling you, eagle will hold you in good stead, Amy. All right, I'm moving on to the next question. Mary Murph. Mary, of course you have a lot of turmoil. What? Okay. Well, I have a lot of turmoil in my current work position going forward. Boss resigned before I transition to my new work opportunity. Only if you allow it. Mary Murph, I don't know if you're still here, but only if you allow it. There's no, listen, let me tell you something. There's no reason to have turmoil, even if the people around you are having turmoil, because it's not your circus and it's not your monkeys. I don't have turmoil. Now, in fairness, I'm the boss. I am the king of my kingdom. There's a reason for that. I don't play well with I don't play well with others. And I learned that very, very early in my life, that if I wasn't going to be able, if I had ever thought for one moment I wasn't going to be able to be a successful entrepreneur, I would need to marry somebody wealthy or win the lotto or start robbing banks or something, because that was not going to work for Bernadette. And I knew that early, early, early in my life. So what I've also learned is I just don't have drama. At the first hint of drama, I have a conversation about it with people. And if the drama ensues, it is not my circus and it is not my monkeys. And I love them. We have to part ways. I'll love you, but we got to part ways. Because I don't allow that in my sphere. There's no place for that around me at all. Now, I'm not saying I'm not compassionate. And I'm not saying everybody's got to be like me. This is very specific to Mary Murph. Very specific. I just see you. It's really kind of funny what I see. I just see you. And Mary Murph, I feel like you work with a lot of younger people. There's something about younger people around you. Okay. And there's something about that. And it's like I see chaos spinning around you, and I just see you sitting somewhere eating and drinking and just watching everything go on around you and going and back to work. It's almost like you'll be the eye in the storm while the storm's going on around you. So you will only experience drama if you want to, if you want to get all up in the business. And actually, if you're willing to do it, Mary, I just really feel like I just really feel like you'll be able to calm people down. You really are a calming balm for people when you choose to be. When you choose to be, I don't know you, but I feel like I really feel like you probably have a bit of mama bear inside of you. You can sometimes bite, be a little more sarcastic or a little more than maybe not than you choose to be. You might be choosing to do it. Don't do that. That's not going to be helpful for you in this situation, especially with the younger people. Because you can say good morning to a younger person these days, and all of a sudden they're leaving a bad review for you online. That person was mean to me. They snapped at me when you didn't. God forbid you should actually eat their lunch. They'll be huddled in the prone position, in the fetal position, sucking their thumb. My Lord. Not everybody, but there you go. Yeah. So thank you, Tracy, or thank you, Teapot. So Tracy Craig, I know you found a place where we're very welcoming and we're very helpful. But please understand, a lot of people need a lot of attention. And so I only answer one question a session for people. And just I know you're anxious. Chill out. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. And that will really help you. Okay. All right. So, Lightfoot. Yeah, that's a word, Lightfoot. There we go. I am learning this more and more. I'm always told I'm calming. Okay, there you go. So, in this situation, just be the calm, and you'll be really surprised how you can help turn that whole situation around. But if you've ever been a crone, now is the time to be a crone. Some people you'll just look at and laugh because their antics are just hilarious. And some people you just want to reach out and smack because they're not hilarious, they're jerks. Metaphorically, you can give a younger jerk, the smackdown in a way that lets them know, oh. And what that means is in the animal kingdom, well, really, even in the human kingdom, little ones, young ones will push boundaries. And a parent or an older person, a teacher, whatever, they can smack back a little bit. And that young one might keep pushing, 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 pushing. And I feel like you are surrounded by a few young ones that will push and push and push, but even they are going to be smart enough to know this is not a person you push that far. Don't do it. And they'll back down. But you've got to be smart about showing them it cannot be aggressive or you're going to open up a can of worms. Because I just keep hearing the number 333. It's like there's a holy trinity of mean girls or like millennials that are like me, 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 and they're together. And they may not be millennials. They just may be younger than you or significantly younger than you. And I just feel like they really think they're something and they're not, which you already knew, but they are not people that you want to engage in a battle in because they fight dirty and they're relentless, and the more relentless they are, the dirtier they get. What you want to do is let them know you are not one to be trifled with. It will go very badly for them. And I believe it could, because I do feel that from inside of you. You have the ability to stop people in their tracks. And at the same time, I don't know if maybe you're a dual sign, like a Gemini, a Libra, or a Pisces, but I just feel like you've got a lot of duality about you in a good way. So there you go. I hope that's helpful, Murph. Oh, I don't know why I called you Murph. Do people call you that? I never called you that. I always call you Mary Murph. Just because just saying Mary Murph makes me feel merry. Wow. Okay, so I hope I didn't offend you by saying Murph. But anyway, okay, too many jerks. I know, too many jerks, not enough baseball bats. Okay. So all right. I've just got enough to pull one last card. This is for everybody. Okay. Woo! Oh my gosh. Y'all, do you remember earlier? Y'all, do you remember earlier today when I was like, well, I pulled, what was it? Martin, and I don't remember who this was for. I don't remember who this was for. But Martin and the Eight of Pentacles came out, and I said, y'all, I know this is for this person. Was it Shelley St. Aubin that it came out for? And I was like, but I feel like this is for a bunch of y'all. y'all, I'm telling you now, right now, the card to work with is the Eight of Pentacles and the Giraffe. Anything that you're wanting to build in your life, it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever. Oh, thank you, Mary. That's very kind. Thank you, Mary Murph. I appreciate the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, wow, that's craziness, y'all. Okay, I said this was for a bunch of y'all, and then this is the final card of the day for everybody. Listen, this is no joke. Whatever you're building, you've got to build it with perfection and craftsmanship. Now, I don't mean perfection like make yourself crazy. What I'm saying is it's got to be the best that you can do. You've got to level up. You've got to elevate. If there's a skill set that you know that you're a little hinky about, either find somebody that's better than you or get better. Because everything you do from here on has got to be magical. It's got to be the best that it can possibly be. And I really hope that's helpful. So I made some Giraffe's Fancy Socks Bobby Socks. You're a native. Pentacles working on my craft. That's cool. I don't know what kind of native you mean, Virginia. But giraffe socks sound cool. All right, you guys. So there you go. It's giraffe energy, Eight of Pentacles energy. I hope that's helpful. I love you guys very much. I'm going back to Tuesday, so I will see you all next Tuesday. And as always, one of the most important things, to do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild. Bye, everybody.